really well. Adds a little bit of American into the curry. I am American. Saffron. Hold on. I gotta set the phone down for a second. I don't have a lot of the saffron left and I do not want to spill it. So hold on. I'm gonna grab some saffron really quick. That's a lot. Holy crap. Okay. So for saffron, like I said, I have this much. This is what saffron looks like. It's going in there. So I can smell the seasoning already burning. So you kind of got to go fast on this part. So I'm going to set you guys down while I do this. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. You can see. I had a spoon ready for the coriander, or the cumin powder. That's just going to go straight in there. Now I got to go get this stuff really quick, put something in there so it does not burn. Oh yeah, be careful when you put it in, because it's going to sizzle on you. So now that I have something in here, the seasoning will have something to cook to instead of just burning the oil. I did panic a little bit. I'm like, oh my god, it's going to burn. So I am going to grab this. It doesn't matter what kind of spatula you use for this part, just use something that'll work. Stir it around. I want the veggies to cook a little bit more before I put the steak in. Once the steak is in, I'm going to put more seasoning in. So, stand by for that. And just a little bit more of this one. And I might add a little bit more olive oil just because some of the oil is super, super hot and I don't want to sizzle everything away. Again, olive oil in the pan. Whatever you cook with in this pan gets totally dumped into there. And that's just kind of how I do it. People do it different ways, and this is just kind of the way that my grandpa Louis showed me when I would cook with him at his old house. When my grandmother Remy was still alive, we would all cook in the kitchen. Nana, rest in peace, I miss you. We're going to move on to another topic because that's going to make me a little bit sad to talk about. My grandma did pass away back in June of 2020. It's only been a few months. It's been a difficult few months, but that's alright. I have my family, I've got Tiffany, my friends. But like I said, no more sad topic. Okay, so the sizzling you're hearing right now is the teriyaki sauce that I just put in. Yes, teriyaki sauce. Good flavor to cook with. I'm going to grab some of the beef. And because there's a lot, I think I'm going to... Oh, wait. No, I'm not. This is going to go in the microwave. It only takes 8 minutes to cook, and it steams the potatoes. Then I'm going to throw it directly into the pan with the curry. Or the pot, I guess you guys want to call it. In India, we call, not this one, we call that other one a chatti. C-H-A-T-I. I don't know how to spell it. There we go. So it's cooking right now. I'm going to grab the beef. Oh my god, it's heavy. Excuse me, seasonings. Excuse me, saffron. Okay. So I'm just going to I'm not going to dump it in because I don't want the oil to splatter everywhere. Just place it in there. Wow, this is a lot. This is going to be a lot for this little pan. I might cook this in 2 different doses. When the veggies are cooking, I gotta be honest, they don't look like delicious because when cilantro cooks, it kind of ends up looking like seaweed. It's the flavor that counts. Remember that. Actually, no, I am going to put all the beef in here. I want it to cook evenly in at the same time. I'm just going to constantly stir it. So now remember, when you're cooking with beef that has some fat on it, the fat is going to contribute to the oil. So you don't want to put... Nope, we're not having that. We're not having that fat do that. You don't want to put too much olive oil in, but then at the same time, if you don't put a good amount of olive oil in, it won't cook right. So, yeah. So here's what the cilantro looks like when it's cooking. That's not burnt. That's just how it looks like. I know it doesn't look like yummy yummy, but it tastes nice, and it's kind of really, really hard to burn cilantro in a sense. Right now I'm just kind of getting all the beef at least like tossed in the seasoning and olive oil, so I'm stirring it around a little bit by scooping under it and then just kind of lifting up in the middle just so I can evenly distribute all of the spices. onto the meat. And again, this part does not matter so much since I am using, like, well, seasoning wise, since I am using a jar of curry powder. I haven't decided which one yet. I will use this one. So I'm using, sometimes you can mix them. I'm using this. I get it from Hy-Vee. You can pretty much get this from any Asian store. I don't know. I haven't seen this at Walmart, so I don't think you can get it at Walmart. I haven't really seen it at Target. So pretty much the place I know where this is Hy-Vee. I'm cooking with 2 of them, and 2 of them is 12.5 ounces of Kashmiri curry. So again, the purpose of this part, I just realized I didn't start the microwave. The purpose of this part is just to get the veggies cooked a little bit with, so the veggies have seasoning and the seasoning is kind of uniform with the rest of the dish. It's not so much to cook everything, because if I cook it in this pan, honey, it's going to take forever. I am going to let this cook in here for the 8 minutes that the potatoes are going to be in there. I'm going to be constantly stirring it and doing stuff with it. Again, I put this in there. I know this went in the chicken. It's a really good flavor to cook with. So this is just going to go drizzled right over the top. There's really no set amount, just however much you think. I need to rinse that out. Now I just drop the lid. Yum. Floor flavored lid. Okay. So again, you can always add more olive oil. I wouldn't, because you could already see some of the fat reducing down into the pan from the heat. And I will, can you guys see this? Yes, you can. So this is a lot of meat for this pan. I probably should have grabbed a bigger frying pan, but this is my new one. So it's nice, and when you get a new frying pan, nothing sticks to it. It's just really good to cook with. And I underestimated how much meat this actually was too. So that's partially my bad. Another thing you can do with this part, if you have an air fryer, I have one, but I don't really want to use it, is you can throw this in the air fryer. Like I said, it does not need to be fully cooked. As a matter of fact, you really don't want too many pieces fully cooked, just because the flavor of the curry will not take to it as well. While it'll cook in the curry, and just all the flavor will circulate around into the chatty. And this is also on too. I am going to turn the heat down though, because it's pretty warm. So the potatoes have basically 6 minutes left. So I'm going to just keep moving this around while the potatoes are cooking. When the potatoes are done, I'm going to move, like I said, I'm going to pretty much pick this pan up and dump it into here, putting the olive oil, the seasoning, the saffron, the cilantro into here together, and then combine it with the curry. You can also do the curry into here. It's kind of redundant where you do it. So just kind of keep stirring it around. So right now what's going to happen, since I'm cooking it for the 8 minutes, is the outside is going to cook with the flavor that's in here, and with the flavor of the cilantro and the jalapeno. It's just going to be really good. To be honest, if I wanted to, I could stop cooking it here, not make curry, serve it over rice, put some teriyaki on the top, done. And that's another good dish. Or put this in tortillas, I suppose, make it a taco. I don't have sour cream or taco ingredients, and I'm not making tacos, I'm making curry. Just because it lasts a few days, and I like curry. And I like beef. Hence, beef curry. When you're stirring it, kind of think of this like a clock. You want to go here, toss it, put it right next to where you were, toss it, just kind of get it evenly so you're getting all of the meat. Don't just do it in one spot like I was doing for a couple minutes. Nope, come back. There you go. Okay, so that's a good amount of stirring. It's moved around the pieces and they're getting a nice light brown color. Which is exactly what I want. The potatoes have got 4 minutes left. So a minute past, I am going to do another layer of this, just over the top and just let it sit on there. Let it sit on there for a minute. Then I'm going to put 2 spoonfuls of garlic on here, and I'm going to stir it in. So that's going to simmer for a minute. I actually probably do a little bit more saffron. So again, when you're doing saffron, ew, this looks like a spider. When you're doing saffron, only do a little bit. Don't do it too much. Alright. I need a different spoon for this. Actually, no, I'm not going to get a different spoon. Hold on, I'm not wasting dishes. I'm going to rinse out the spoon that I used in the coriander powder and just use it in this. And rinse. Splash. Okay. Struggle to get this open again because this jar is my greatest enemy. Yep, struggling. Hold on. There we go. I got you mother bludger. Okay. So, I don't know if I showed this to you guys when I cooked the chicken, but this is what this looks like. Oh, the focus. That nicely auto-focused. I'm going to put it on each side. And I'll actually really quick show you the jar, what it looks like. You can also get garlic paste. But garlic paste is potent, and you probably shouldn't do 2 scoops of the garlic paste. I'm doing 2 teaspoons and some of the juice. So 2 teaspoons will do a lot. Let it sit for a little bit longer. The clock is on, the timer on the potatoes is at 2 minutes 20 seconds. I'm going to let it simmer for that last 20 seconds. I'm going to stir it. I'm going to whip some of the cilantro that's hanging off the edge back into the pan because I don't want to make that much of a mess. And close enough. Alright, I'm going to stir it. Start in the middle. And again, flip it up. It doesn't need to be perfectly stirred in because at the end of the day, I'm dumping it all into this pot. This is a pan. That's not a... Woo, I just threw some garlic out. It's okay. Put the garlic in kind of towards the end because the potatoes have a minute left and then I'm going to be done with this part. So pretty much it depends on what potato you use, but I'm using these so I'm going off of that timer, but you want to only cook it in the pan for about 10 minutes. You don't want to cook the beef in the pan for too much longer because then it'll overcook. If it's simmering in the simmer sauce, it will not overcook and it'll turn out a little bit better. And that is a fact, that is not an opinion. Alright, so this is done in a minute, so I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to show you right over the pan what it looks like and what it should be like. So it's not fully cooked. You can still see some pink, well, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's still some pieces that are a little pink. But this is what it should look like. Now from here, when potatoes are done in 50 seconds, I'm going to move this pan right here into this. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this curry into here, and I'm going to angle the camera so you can see me. So give me a second while I position the camera. I do want to move the saffron out of the way because that stuff is like gold to me. Okay. I might not be on camera that much right now. Well, I guess a little bit of me is on camera. Hi. 25 seconds on that. So I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil so the sauce does not burn. Only do it to line the bottom. Do not overdo it with the oil on this because you have oil coming with that. You want the sauce to start simmering before you put the meat in. So, there's done. See that? These are easier to open. So now it's going to simmer when I put it in. Oh, also in here, there is onion, tomatoes, coconut cream, and then just like a little bit of like ginger, lemon. So there's veggies in here too. That's also why I don't put an overwhelming amount of veggies in here if I'm cooking it this way. If I am hand making curry, then I put veggies. I'll put basically what was said on here. I'll put it in and I'll hand make the curry. Just mix it with olive oil. I will do that another day to show you, but right now I just want to do the quick version of it. Because if I was hand making the curry, this would take twice the time. So I'm going to let the sauce simmer a little bit. And then I'm going to dump this in. So if I stop talking, I'm concentrating. But you just pick it up, dump the whole thing in there like I said. Mix it with the oil and everything. Alright, this is done. I got to remember to turn the stove off because I'm guilty of leaving that on sometimes. My bad. And then I'm gonna stir it really quick just so the simmer sauce does get in with the beef. If you feel like it's too spicy, put some milk in, like actual milk. That does kind of cancel out any excessive amount of spiciness. I think I will need 2 bags of potatoes. You know, I'm gonna see what 1 bag of potato does, but I do want to actually show you guys something in the pan. So when I said that the fat is reducing down, you can kind of see a little bit of that watery layer. That is fine, because like I said, when you put it in the fridge for storage, when you're not eating it, it's going to create that layer of the top, and when you put it back on the stove to heat it up, it's going to sink back into the flavor, into the pan. So that's what it looks like right now. I'm just showing you that now because you're not going to see it when I set this back down. But I'm going to get the potatoes out, which are going to be really hot. Lovely. So this is what the potatoes look like coming out. Nice steamed potatoes. It's meant to be cooked in the bag. I did this once in front of my friend, where the heck did my knife go? Over here. I did this once in front of my friend Austin, where I just put the whole bag in there, and he's like, hello, what are you doing? You're gonna melt the bag. And I'm like, nope, meant to be like that. It was really funny. Random story. Alright, so I'm just getting the bag open right now. Wowee, that's really hot. If you cook with these potatoes, these are also from Hy-Vee. They're literally just called Smart Bite potatoes, baby blonde potatoes. You can use any kind of potatoes you want. I just do these because they're quick and easy, and they really have a good flavor to them by themselves. And there's not really any seasoning in this because it's just a regular potato. I need to get the water out of the bag. All right, hold on. Right now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of poking the bottom of the bag just to get some of the water out. I don't want cooked potato water in my beef curry. We're not ruining my curry like that. Not today. Or any day. Hold on. Concentrating, so I'm not talking. Okay, let it out. So potatoes are just going to literally just be dumped into here. Just as is, as whole. You can cut them in half if you want. Like I said, I leave the potatoes... Close that. I leave the potatoes whole. Just, I don't know. No reason really. That's how I do it. If you're cooking your own dish, cook it how you want it. Do I want to put in more potatoes? Do I want to? I do. Are the potatoes going to get eaten? Probably not. So I won't. So most of this is up to your discretion. Right now you should taste test it. It should be it should be really flavorful and a little bit of spicy if you did it my way, depending on the ratio of the seasonings you used. But this is it so far. I'm going to put it in the second jar just because of how much beef is in there. So yeah, I will do that. I'm going to set you guys back down while I do it. I wonder if I could like set you on something elevated and you can kind of see what's in the pan. Hold on. Let me look. I don't really have anything to set you on. Okay, well, I'll just show you guys the pan occasionally. Oh, I do use this. It's just a quick, easy way to make it spicy. And flavor-wise, there's not too much to this flavor. It's just kind of a simple spice. So that's an easy way to make it, what the heck? That's an easy way just to make it spicy and like elevate the level. But like I said, you do what you want to do. It's your own. If you don't have this, you can use chili powder. Chili powder does not have a distinct taste. It just has spice, pretty much. Okay, I'm gonna stir this in really quick, then I will show you guys the final product. Technically, by now, the meat is cooked. So I turn the heat between medium and low, like literally straight, like in the middle of the two. When I'm heating up the pan, I put it on high. Hold on, let me get this in here really quick. Poke it in. I think I am going to put a little bit of milk in there. I'll show you guys what it looks like before the milk, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like after I put in the milk. And it's just regular milk, not anything fancy. So here's what it looks like before the milk. Right there. And then I'm going to go grab the milk really quick from the fridge right over here. What the milk does is it pretty much just adds flavor to the, or not flavor. It adds like a creamy texture to it. So if you're going to add milk, only do a dash. Like, don't do too much, because then you're going to make your curry watery. Okay. So you saw how much I put in, only a little bit. Come on. I'll try to show you this as I'm cooking and stirring it. So the milk is right there. Now, see how it looks really liquidy? That is fine. If it looks like this, you did it correctly. If not, don't worry about it. Just add some more oil. That means you just didn't put enough oil in. So what's going to happen now when I put this in the fridge is everything's going to thicken. All this is going to get thick. So this is what it looks like now with the milk. It just gave it a little bit more of a creamier base. I don't taste test it because I already know how it tastes. I cooked this a lot. But yeah, so I'm just going to let it simmer. And that's pretty much it. I don't know if this video split into multiple parts. I have been filming for 50 minutes, so it might be into 2 different parts. But thank you guys for watching. That's pretty much it for the cooking. Let me see if I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. Yeah, I did the garlic. Okay, so everything is in there, ready to go. It's cooking. I'm probably gonna let this sit probably about 20 minutes. It doesn't need much more time than that because the meat's already cooked. But yeah, I will show you guys the ingredients I used again one more time just so you can replicate it. So we have cilantro, jalapeno in here. Well, in here we have cilantro, jalapeno, 6 New York steak strips, or however, New York strip steak, whatever you call it. New York steaks in here. One bag of baby blonde potatoes, which is 1.5 pounds. Olive oil, jalapeno, cilantro. We got this. Not that much of that, just a little bit of that. Is this closed? This, literally what I did, it's closed right now, so I'm just showing you this way. I just did 1, 2 circles around, that was it. I did 2 jars of this right here from Hy-Vee. All of my ingredients are from Hy-Vee except for this and some of the actual spices. I put 2 teaspoons of this into the pan. This is Mrs. Dash Table Blend. I'd probably say, like, I don't really have an actual amount. Probably a tablespoon or 2 of this, depending on how much you use. I don't measure out what I cook with. This, I use saffron, 2 pinches. I used, and again, this is not that seasoning. This is garam masala. I used that. And I use this. And then finally, a little bit of this. So like I said, Like I said, I don't have the actual exact measured amounts of what I use. Kind of just put what you think. I cook by taste, by smell, by sight. I look and I can kind of spot how much to use. It's kind of trial and error. The first few times I cooked beef curry, it did not turn out how I wanted. So you kind of just have to cook it a few times just to learn it. But yeah, that is it. That's what I cooked. And like I said, it's going to probably be cooking for another 20 minutes. I'm going to throw it in the fridge. I did already eat, so this is more for dinner. So if you want to, when you cook it, don't cook it and then eat it right after, because then all of the 2 jars of the curry sauce that I put in, and everything will not thicken, because when you put it in the fridge, it'll thicken naturally and it'll have like a nice paste material to it. Oh, not material. It'll have a paste texture to it as opposed to a liquidy texture. And again, the liquidy texture is normal, because now when I take it out for dinner tonight, what it's going to do is it's going to have like a light orange layer of that beef fat on the top of it and the flavor. When I put it back on the stove for dinner, all of that flavoring is going to go back down into the pan and go all throughout the ingredients. So that's how that's going to turn out. I could tell you right now just by the smell it turned out right. But that is going to be the end of the video. And again, I do not know how many parts that this video split into. So I apologize if all of a sudden I was talking and the video was done. My phone just kind of saves it, I think, in intervals of a half an hour. So this should probably be 2-part video, 2 or 3 part. So thank you guys for watching. And like I said, put in the comments if you want me to cook anything else specific. I do have crab legs, I have chicken wings, I have chicken legs and chicken thighs. What else I got? Oh, I'm going to give you guys a sneak preview of what me and Tiffany are going to do next in a video. Just a little sneak preview, not a big one. Sneak preview, what we're going to do. I mean, I know you guys can probably guess what it is with just that. But we're going to post that. We're going to just do a little, I don't know if you call it a Q&A. We're just going to do a little time where we cook that and you just cook with us. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, turn on the notifications so you can be notified when we get videos, and share our videos so we can get more people to follow us. Thank you for watching, everybody. Stay healthy, stay safe, make good choices, and have a good day. Bye, guys.